Hey everybody, I'm Joe from Joe's Comics Corner. So if you're watching this on Spotify, yay, that means I uploaded my first video podcast. So in today's episode, we're going to talk about my journey from being a collector, now a shop owner, because I worked for a lot of other people in my lifetime, and now is the time's right to do something for myself. So now I want to explain kind of my journey from start to how we got here and all of that. So grab your coffee, grab your drink or whatever, and let me tell you a story. So it all began with one comic, one hunting in the dollar bin finds, that sort of thing, going to comic shops all over the place, finding that one rare Spider-Man, the one vintage Superman, stuff like that, because those are my favorite heroes, along with Fantastic Four and others. So finding them for cheap is very good. I've been collecting X-Men all my life, so it's one comic at a time, $1 bin at a time, going to one shop at a time, and also buying online and all of that fun stuff. So have you ever dreamed of owning your own shop like me? Well, now that I'm older in my life, I figure it's time to do it, because otherwise I'll get too old, and it's just not want to be before I get too old and not to be able to do it, and wish I had, and looking back at life. So to me, that's all about finding your dream. No matter what the economy's doing in the world, it's sometimes better to start something and to see it through, and not to do it at all, because you'll have regrets later in life. So it is what it is. So I'm not a corporate shop by any means. It's just one person running it, me, because I'm funding it with my investment, so I have to make this work. But anyways, I work for other corporates, and corporate structures don't always work, because you have to have certain products in the store, and you have to have certain flows. So I don't. That's one thing I don't like about corporates, because you have to have a standard. And if you're an independent shop, you don't necessarily have to follow what corporate chains. If you're a sole owner of a store, to be lucky enough, like I am, especially a small shop owner here in Canada, then that's the best thing to do in my opinion. You don't need a big shop to start. I only have about 1,000 square feet divided into a few rooms, so I'm maximizing the space the best I can, and will have the stock to line up. So anyways, I'm a small local, and I always believe support local if you can. If you live in an area where you have to buy online, that's okay too. But I'm building the shop for great reads, great finds, and building a community where people could come in, talk comics, meet other collectors, and stuff like that. So shop should be about that, but whereas corporate, I am in here to make money, of course, but I'm also here to give deals, be fair prices, and be just talk to other collectors about comics. But if they don't know something, maybe I can help them or steer them in the right direction. I don't mind giving my knowledge and expertise on comics, because it's been my hobby for all of my life, and now I can pass it on to the younger generation as well, who's starting out, who maybe can't figure out what's going on, and it's just something really cool to do. And like I say, now that I'm older, I'm tired of working under somebody, under corporate people who just don't appreciate you, stuff like that, decides to cut your wage. And so I'd rather do something for myself now, and it's just something really good. So like everything, it started with one comic, going to that one garage sale, finding that awesome comic, or going to the one shop that has some dollar bins, and looking through the dollar bins and trying to find that rare one that they might have missed for $1, and maybe can hang on to it, and it'll go up in time. But with market's being so unstable. You don't know what's going to spike. You don't know what's going to get. But I always suggest getting high grade comics if you can. But when you're in the looking for dollar bin collections, you don't always get those ones that are near mint 9, 8. You're looking more at the 1, 2, 3 out of 10 on the scale. So you're looking at very low grades. If you find some without rips and stuff, you're doing good. But that's what I try and do, but it is what it is. So I've always enjoyed the hunt of the comic to find the comic because it's just great, and I just really enjoy looking through the dollar bins because sometimes I'll find a rare Archie that I don't have, or even a very beat up old Spider-Man. Or when you're buying on, let's say in Facebook Marketplace, you get a collection and there's one that the person did, and you might find one in there that's an absolute gem. So you just never know when you buy collections or look through dollar bins, and people want to sell it. It is good, but when you're running your own shop, you have to be careful on what you're going to co-sign or what you're buying. You don't always have to buy every collection that comes through your door. And for me, that's how I'm going to base it on. If I know I can make money off the collection, I will buy it. But if it's just going to be some random comment somebody's trying to offload or whatever, and that sort of thing, then of course I'm not going to take it. Or if people are trying to consign stuff to you, you need to decide if it's right for your shop. Now that I'm opening a shop, people are wanting to co-sign with me, that sort of thing. So if it's right for the shop, of course I will do it. But if it's not right for the shop, I'll just pass on the deal because it is what it is. But this is my shop, and I'm not and I'm not gonna and I'm gonna stand my ground on certain things when they come through the door, because I'm not a corporate chain. I'm not a chain of any kind, and I don't have to take every collection when people come in and say, "Oh, what would you give me for this, or would you take that?" I'll decide for myself. I'll say yay or nay, but it is what it is. I mean, I will need stock inventory from my stores. So if a good collection comes in, like say vintage comics comes in and I can get it for a good price, of course I'll buy it. But if they come all beat up and say, what do you want to give it? How much do you give it for me? If they don't like what I'm going to give, then it is what it is. So I know that I bought a few deals and like that, and I wish I didn't, because now I have ended up with other people's not so good ones. But anyways, it is what it is. Because I'm the owner and I'm funding it through my own savings. This is it. I am I'm the one who can decide, and that's the good thing about being a corporate or not having to go by corporate standards. Don't have to refuse. I can refuse what comes through the door and what will work for my shop, because even though it's comics, I am going to be selling toys, records, stuff like that, video games, because I don't think having just one specific item will work in the shop. But it has worked for a lot of other shops when you're in the big city. But when you're in a small city, you need to have a variety of things. So I am a collectible store, and that's what I'm defining it as, is a collectible. So if a collectible prop or something comes through and I know I can make money on it, of course I'll buy it. And it might be fun to have something like that in the store. But I just wanted to give you the start of my journey here, and I hope everybody likes it. So yeah, we'll talk more, and we'll just have fun talking about comics. And yeah, so that's the start of my journey. I sold through garage sales online before, and I really enjoyed meeting other people and stuff. So that's So you never know who's going to walk through the shop and stuff like that. So it's fun. It's going to be a great little store.